Here comes Kaya's battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is gonna go! Then spin up it!
From Hobey Baker Rink on the campus of Princeton University, Play-by-Play Sports Productions is proud to present MAHL Hockey, featuring the Big Red of the Lawrenceville School and the Panthers of the Princeton Day School. Well, hi again, everybody, and welcome to a raucous Hobey Baker Rink. 4-0 record for Lawrenceville in the league, sitting in first place. Princeton Day School, they are 3-1-1, sitting in second. So not only is it a crosstown rivalry, but it is a big-time matchup in the MAHL. Last year, Princeton Day School picked up the victory. Both teams coming off games yesterday, with Princeton Day School losing to Wyoming Seminary by a score of 7-4. Lawrenceville yesterday, a tough 1-1 tie against the number 2 team in all of New Jersey, Del Barton, as Mike Rocco gave the Big Red the 1-0 lead, but Del Barton scored with less than 3 minutes left to go in regulation to secure the non-league tie. As you can see, the warm-up has begun, and it's a great time to introduce the second member of our team. We'll go across the ice to Lisa Roman, who will have the keys to the game for Princeton
Day School. At the start of the year, Princeton Day School got off to a slow score in the first 5 games of the year. They allowed 15 goals from opponents and only scored 4. Since then, the Panthers have revamped their mindset to be more defensive. Princeton Day School head coach Scott told me that going into today's game against Lawrenceville, they're keeping that defensive mindset. They're going to try to keep it a low-scoring game and limit Lawrenceville's chances. Tom?
Thanks so much, Lisa. The keys to the game for Lawrenceville are pretty simple and pretty similar for actually both teams. You look at short shifts. Both teams played yesterday. The team that is smart and takes those 30 to 45 second shifts, doesn't get stuck on the ice for long, their conditioning is going to be just fine. Big thing for the Lawrenceville squad is to contain the A's. Very simply, top 2 scorers for Princeton Day School, Luke Antonacci and Kobe Oslander, each with 12 goals on the year. You find a way to contain them, you might find yourself in the win column. And finally, contain the emotion, and this is actually going to go for both teams as well. Crosstown rivalry. The winner of this game will end up in first place for now. It was a very exciting game last year, so the team that just forgets the fact that there's going to be about 1,500 people here in this barn, the team that forgets that and just plays their game are going to be just fine to take away the 2 points and the big victory. As you can see, the warm-up is just about underway. We'll let you know that from my vantage point doing the play-by-play, there are going to be some blind spots, but we did our best to raise the cameras up nice and high, as of course Simon did a great job with that. So just hoping that we can catch all the action for you, and we will certainly do our best to bring it to you. Again, thanks so much for joining us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. As last year we did this game over at Lisa McGraw Rink, a great atmosphere there, but they decided to move this year's version of the game to Hobey Baker. Again, one of the great old barns in all of college hockey. Well, it's going to feature some fantastic prep hockey here today. We'll take a quick break and let you listen along and watch along to the warm-up, the anthem, and when we come back, we'll have a goaltender matchup and the drop of the puck here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Hobey Baker Rink in Princeton. About to get started in about 20 seconds or so as the Princeton Day School takes on Lawrenceville. Great time to take a look at the coaches for both of these programs. PDS, coached by Scott Bertoli, a former player here at Princeton, so I'm sure he loves being back in this building. Professionally played locally for the Trenton Titans, winning the Kelly Cup back in 05. Played in the AHL for 3 different teams. Lastly, for the Norfolk Admirals, and one of the few players to actually have his number retired by the Trenton Titans. Lawrenceville's coach in his first year, as he was an assistant the last couple. Keith Dupuy played college at RPI and professionally in the old UHL in New Haven and the ECHL, formerly very short time teammates with Scott Bertoli back in 99-2000 with the Trenton Titans. Also played with the very vaunted Atlantic City Boardwalk Bullies. So both of these teams have professional pedigree. Scott Bertoli's done a great job with this school over the last bunch of years after retiring from his playing days. And if you watched the game last year between these two teams, you know that Keith Dupuy being involved with this program has been a major asset as he moves up from the assistant coach spot to lead the way for his first season with the Big Red. So what's happening at the moment is both teams are cleaning up the pucks after the warm-up, and it looks like everyone's going to line up, and they'll have the anthems, and we'll get this game started. Unfortunately, because of the ruckus here, which is fantastic, by the way, we are unable to get starting lineups and goaltenders and such, as what we'll do right now is we'll let you listen along to the PA announcer, and hopefully you can pick up his announcements and the national anthem. We'll be back with the start of the game in just a few minutes here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network.
We would like to welcome you to Hobey Baker Rink for the renewed rivalry PDS versus the Lawrenceville School. Today's national anthem will be sung by PDS's own, the Magicals, and they're led by Mr. Martinez.
Probably the only thing these two fan bases will agree on. A great job with the national anthem by the Princeton Day School Madrigals, helped along by both fan bases singing. Time to take a look at the goaltender matchup for today's game. First, for the Princeton Day School, a junior from Richboro, Pennsylvania, number 42, Jeremy Siegel, playing his 16U over at the Mercer Chiefs. You know who else is playing for the Mercer Chiefs at the 16U level? Goaltender for the Lawrenceville Big Red, TJ Semptenfelter. He's a junior from down in Marlton, New Jersey. So, two teammates between the pipes going at it at the prep school level. The Princeton Day School, they are going left to right on your screen. They'll be in the gray and the blue, while the Big Red, of course, in the red, going right to left. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us. 17-minute periods here at the prep school level. Again, last year was a 3-1 win for the Princeton Day School. You heard during the open that the Princeton Day School has struggled a bit to start off this season, but they've turned it around, turned up their defensive game as the face-off is just about ready to go. Referees point, and we are underway here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. As the Big Red control, they're under the near side boards. Here's Peter Polianis. Dumps it back down for Lachlan Getz. Back down for Polianis. Polianis looking up the middle. Good pressure being put on by the Panthers. It's cut to the outside. Justin Shermaine, backhand pass, and it's fanned on there by Kobe Oslander. Now all the way back to the point, taken here by Cecilia. Dumped in deep, back around the cage. Hands controlled by the Big Red. Picked up here by Lachlan Getz. Good pressure being put on by the Panthers around the near side corner. Again, the corners are tough to see thanks to the fan bases, which is a fantastic atmosphere here at the Baker Rink. Around the near side boards, controlled at the point, kept alive by Chip Hamlet. Around back behind the cage, racing to the far side corner. Ty Eastman absorbs the shoulder, but still has some possession. Surrounded on all four sides, still trying to work things through. Tap to the corner. Again, the Panthers have the Big Red pinned right now. It's taken here by Eastman, but he's double teamed. Kick to the corner, but taken away by Getz and dumped out to the neutral zone. Very good shift for the Panthers, but no shots on goal just yet. Just a minute into tonight's contest. Lost with the near side, hops over the stick of Drew McConaughey. And taken right back by the Big Red across the far side for David Parker. All the way across, hard up the boards. Intended for Trey Croddick, but could not catch up to it. Now dumped out to the neutral zone once again. Princeton Day School really has not allowed any ingress. Princeton Day School in an offside position, so they can't touch. So an easy clear out potentially here for the Big Red, but a good check thrown. And it's kicked out to the neutral zone. Could be a 2-on-1. Moving into the zone is Wong. Jason Wong with the shot, and it goes high and wide. First shot on goal of the game, or shot towards goal in this game. And it was a counter punch by the Big Red. They have possession far side. Wong gets decked high, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone. Cleared all the way down. Icing already waved off. Reaching on back here is Cosmo Matsuo. Matsuo drops it off around the far side for Mike Rocco. Rocco picked up the goal last night for Lawrenceville against Del Barton. Very good school. Number 2 in the state, and they picked up a tie. As drifting on in the other way, here's Chip Hamlet. Hamlet goes wide, but he's on his backhand. Trying to fight off a couple of checks. Thrown back to the point, intercepted. Tipped across, and coming out to center ice is Mike Rocco. By himself, now gets some help. He tries to avoid a hip check. Gets his way through. Rocco tries the shot, and a nice save off the leg of Jeremy Siegel. 14:50 to go first period. Still no score. And that's the actual first shot on goal in spite of all the pressure being put on by the Panthers. The Big Red gets it, and it was a tough save for Siegel. Nice smear out to the near side, and it's lifted back into the Panther zone. Trying to reach his way on in is Tate Mott. Mott gets through, takes the shot, he scores! Oh, brilliant stick lift by Tate Mott, who scores his second of the season. 14:32 to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Lawrenceville. A giveaway in the zone. And again, doesn't matter the pressure you put on if you can't put it on cage. The Panthers being kept to the outside. A giveaway, and Tate Mott comes in unassisted for the first goal of the game. So 1-0 Lawrenceville, but here come the Panthers the other way. Here comes McConaughey to the outside. Nutmegs his way through, back behind the cage, forced to the far side board. Still has possession, drops it off. A little bit too hard of a pass, though, for David Sherman. Around the near side. Cleared out to the neutral zone, off the stick of Marcus Sang. Dump to the far side, 2-on-2. Ethan Chase smeared out, still tries to squeeze his way through the check, but could not do it. Lost possession to the near side corner. Waiting for it is Steven Gorelnikov. Gorelnikov back behind the net, dumps it over with 14 minutes to go first period. 1-0 Big Red. Trying to sweep it away. Toby Webster wearing 18 in red. Good shoulder barge thrown by Matthew Manahan. And it's taken back by Nestorenko. Nikita Nestorenko moves to the outside, trying to cut his way through, but a good stand-up check on him by Luke Antonacci. Taken back behind the cage by the Panthers. And they'll work their way to the neutral zone, but taken right back by the Big Red. Touch to the near side. Manahan dumps it back to his own zone for Matsuo. Matsuo to the far side for Parker. Parker angled up ahead off the leg of Manahan. Kicked all the way down, and icing already waved off. Crowd still filing in here at Baker Rink. A huge crowd here on the campus of Princeton University as Big Red. They put up the pressure. Knife down nicely by Parker. Tries to get it in deep. Good shoulder barge thrown there by Ty Eastman. Back to the point. Wrist shot comes in and a save by Siegel. Nice job keeping that one low by Parker. Nice and deflectable. Here come the Panthers the other way. Dumped along here by Auslander. Catches up to the corner. Auslander thrown to the slot. It's kicked to the corner. Blind pass there as Ty Eastman couldn't quite catch up. He's pushed from behind by Parker. Good battle in the near side corner. And it's finally worked out the near side and controlled at center ice. Scooting on through Nestorenko. Got to keep an eye on out for him as he takes a shot and that goes high and wide. Jason Wong cuts to the outside. Stick check away to the corner by Allen, but fights his way through. Trying to trickle it back to the point. Helped along to center ice by Eastman. Now on the near side, Polianis. Moving in 2-on-3, but an offside call is coming in just a bit too soon. Was Manahan. 12:35 to go here in the first period. 1-0 Lawrenceville leading in shots 4-0. And if you caught the first minute of this game, you were watching Princeton Day School. They are seriously pressured, but the counterpunch and the goal. And the ice is tilted just a little bit in Lawrenceville's favor. Taken over here by Trey Chronic at the near side, trying to connect to Mike Rocco. Knocked away from him to the near side, trying to follow along Chronic. Kept in the zone, and then temporarily now moved out here by Antonacci. Moving in 2-on-3. Tries a shot that bounces well wide. On the forecheck is Babecki. Backhands along, but a lot of red jerseys back there. It's taken here by Polianis. Polianis double team, very aggressive forecheck. He's forced to dump all the way down. Icing waved off. They're saying deflection. So it's taken over by Justin Sherman, back behind the cage. Trying to avoid an aggressive forecheck from Jason Wong. Goes to the far side and angled to the near side. Now for Gorelenkoff. Gorelenkoff hooked down on the play and nothing called. Fans like the hit though. It's dumped along offside. So an easy clear here for Lachlan Getz. Getz trying to move in. Getz to the near side. Offside called. As the far side referee, who's also acting as a linesman, a little out of position, so a little late to make the call, but offside is called. Standard format official-wise, 2 referees, 1 linesman. Basically, the referees kind of trade off the linesman responsibilities, and you have an extra set of eyes, just like in the NHL as far as penalties are concerned. 11:45 left to go in the first period, 1-0 Lawrenceville. Ethan Chase to take the draw to Cherry Hill, wins it forward. Chase, couple of stick checks, couldn't sweep it his way through, and it's taken over near side for Trevor Beckles. He's decked on the play, still worked to the near side. 2-on-3, and Princeton Day School is bunched it, so they'll just get it in deep. Around the far side corner, Trevor White. White absorbs a good hit there, but shields the puck very well. Still digging at it is David Sherman. Well, a little help coming from Drew McConaughey. And it's cleared out to the neutral zone. And you like the pressure being put on by the Panthers, but Big Red basically are clogging up the middle. No cross-ice passes allowed. And that allows them to get possession right back. As this shot comes in deflection, goes just wide. Weird bounce as Siegel actually missed the stick save. Thrown back to the slot, goes off a leg, taken over by Sherman on the far side. And he'll clear to the neutral zone. Caught up to here by Marcus Sang. Back down for Parker. Parker cuts right up the middle, fights through the stick check. He's basically by himself as the Big Red are completing a change. Now around back behind the net. Racing over here is Chip Hamlet. Hamlet stops back behind and leaves it near side for Cecilia. Dangerous cross-ice pass. Trying to sweep it away is Mike Brody. On his knees, back ending along is Eastman. And it's dumped back behind the net and controlled here by the Big Red. Around the near side, off the boards hard and taken over by Nestorenko. Nestorenko head up, cuts to the outside. Sneaks into the zone, 3-on-3. Nestorenko, nice move between the legs. Pass out in front, it just would not go. Nice play by Nestorenko, the future Brown Bear. He's committed, the only player on the ice for both teams who has committed collegiately, and he's actually going to be at least a 6th-round pick in the NHL this year's draft. So certainly keep an eye on the future of Nikita Nestorenko, the Brooklyn native. Around the near side boards and controlled by Princeton Day School. Alex Allen trying to sneak in, can't do it. Now cutting through here is Toby Webster, drops it off inside the line. Back for Webster, trying to backhand his way through. It's loose out in front, it's covered up by Siegel. 9:55 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. Princeton Day School still waiting for their first shot on TJ Septemfelter. Didn't take the draw, Nolan Lee, the Lawrenceville Flames organization. And a lot of these teams, players on both sides, have played together or against each other at the club level. So very, very familiar. It's taken over here by Birch Gorman. Gorman cuts in, and behind the play, a couple of players got tangled up, them back behind the cage. It's grabbed here by Getz. Getz reverses to the far side, and here's Gannon Carroll. Carroll, nice cut move. Good forecheck by the Panthers. Shot comes in, glove save by Septemfelter. As the Lawrenceville Big Red fan base serenades TJ Septemfelter, and Marlton, New Jersey native, about 45 minutes south of here. 9:35 to go first period, 1-0 Lawrenceville. Face off to the right of Sempenfelter. One back controlled by the Panthers. Toss back to the point, trying to move in. Here's Hamlet. Hamlet to the near side, clear to the neutral zone. And then dumped to the far side, waiting and dumping in deep. Ty Eastman around the near side boards, chasing in Allen. Big scramble near side corner. Trying to reverse his way through is Auslander. Auslander back behind the cage. Big shoulder on him by Rocco. They continue to battle. A couple of big pushes and shoves. But it's taken over now by Rocco. Rocco, outlet pass. Off the stick, though, of Jason Wong. And controlled by the Panthers. Near side, here's Hamlet. Pass at the middle. Unable to connect there with Allen. And it comes to the near side. Out the center. Right, could be a 2-on-2. So here's Rocco. Far side down for Wong. Wong back to Rocco. Kick save and swept away by Siegel. Under 9 minutes to go, first period. 1-0 lead for Lawrenceville. Back behind the cage, Kobe Auslander. Good forecheck by the Big Red. Even though they're leading and have most of the shots, they haven't put a lot of pressure on. They've been counterpunching quite well. It's away from the play. Princeton Day School player got decked. That's Bert Gorman. 8:33 to go in the first period. 1-0 Lawrenceville. Stuck in his own zone is Chip Hamlet. Drops it off down for Sherman. Sherman able to pick up a couple of extra seconds to clear out. Backhanded along to the neutral zone. Taken over, though, by Nestorenko. Dances his way to the near side. Could be a 3-on-2. Nestorenko into the zone. Nestorenko drags, fires, and it goes wide as it went off the leg of Sherman. Throwing back to the point now for Schiller. Schiller banks it along, unable to control, though, was Manahan. Cleared up and out of play inside the Panther bench. Play stop with 8:02 left to go in the first period. A 1-0 lead for Lawrenceville. A lot of noise in this building. Again, you can see the far side is fairly well full. So the cameras will be picking up the near side as well. Stuffed with fans, with myself stuck in the middle. And no place else I'd rather be. It's been fantastic. Possible front. But it's cleared to the neutral zone. Far side, here's Webster. Coming in 3-on-3. Across the near side, Nestorenko couldn't control it cleanly. Forced to the corner. Nestorenko back to the point. One-time drive, and that goes wide. Good slapper by Polianis. Thrown towards the net and blocked out in front. Looked like it went off the leg of Webster. Webster, near side for Nestorenko. To the slot. Shot comes in. That's blocked off a knee as Manahan couldn't get it to go. So now the Big Red putting on some good pressure. Leading in shots 6-1. Leading in the game 1-0. Near side boards kept in. Swept across the far side for Parker. Parker throws towards the net and it's deflected wide. Near side Nestorenko once again. Digging in the near side corner. Drifted back to the half boards. As the Big Red keeps up the pressure, but Nestorenko is upended. And the Panthers are able to at least get to the neutral zone. Now they're trying to break up, but a good sweep check by Polianis. Trying to cut through, here's Nestorenko. He still has possession. Nestorenko, pass across, shot comes in, fanned down by Manahan. And we will try to go the other way again here for the Panthers. On the near side, here's Antonacci. Antonacci thrown towards the front of the net. And it's cleared away to the near side. As we mentioned, possible breakout here for the Big Red. Moving in, here's Chase. He gets hooked, penalty coming. He's forced wide. Delayed penalty against the Princeton Day School Panthers. They'll pull the goaltender for the extra attacker. It's taken over here by Trevor White, so 6-on-5. Down to 6:13 to go first period. 1-0 Lawrenceville, and again, extra attacker, delayed penalty. Trey Craddock, near side for Ethan Chase. Chase will just dump it in deep. Back behind, it'll be touched up by Siegel, and play will stop. 6:04 left to go first period. First power play of the game coming. And it belongs to Lawrenceville. So if you thought they were dangerous, 5-on-5, take a look and see what they can do on the power play. Smart play to get that in deep. You may think that, okay, giving it away is no big deal, but you want to do it deep because at the high school and prep level, you have to do that because it's not an automatic face-off in your zone on a penalty. Face-off is down and one back by the Big Red. Backhanded along by Craddock, near side point. Drifting in, here's Parker. Parker around now for Wong. Wong forced back behind the cage. Drifting to the far side corner. Wong all the way across, back to the point for Matsuo. Matsuo up ahead for Craddock. It's through him, and it's cleared up the line and not out. Matsuo keeps it alive. Pitchforks it up ahead. Taken here by Craddock. Craddock throws it towards it, and he scores! Just a blind shot by Trey Craddock from the boards. 5th goal of the season. 5:37 to go in the first period, and it's 2-0 Lawrenceville. Very sneaky shot there. Did not expect it. Again, that is not a high-quality shot, so to speak. Just throw it towards the net. There's a lot of traffic out in front. It nestled its way on the near side post. So the Big Red have taken a 2-0 lead. And we'll see if Princeton Day School can respond. It's dumped along by Justin Sherman. Here's Lachlan Getz down for the Red. Near side for Manahan. Manahan trying to sneak his way through, but he's shouldered. Taken over here by Antonacci. Clear to the line, down out. Getz dumps it in deep. Back behind. Here's Nestorenko. All the way back to the point. Shot comes in. Blocked out in front. Rebound, scores! Lachlan Getz found the rebound in the slot and rifled it home. 5:12 to go in the first, and it's 3-0 Lawrenceville. Two goals in about 30 seconds for the Big Red. As they extend the lead to 3-0. Yeah, these are two teams that played last night. But Lawrenceville, at least at the early stages, seemed like the fresher team. Let's see if Princeton Day School can respond themselves. But we go the other way again as here's Wong. Possible 2-on-1, but swept off his stick nicely by Gorman. Cleared back to the line, not out. Wrist shot blocked down. Trickled to the line and finally worked to the near side by Allen. Allen tapped off his stick. Poked to the near side. And dumped down and controlled by the Big Red. Out at center ice, taken here by York. Couldn't sneak through. Goes to the near side corner. And the corners are blind to us to the near side. It goes back to the point. Parker tries a shot, blocked out in front and swept away last second by McConaughey. Pinch in by White. Bounces towards the corner, but taken up by McConaughey again. Finds some daylight in front of him to relieve some of this pressure. He'll move in 1-on-3. Forced to the corner, and he is decked hard. Good hit on him by David Parker. Shot comes in, an easy kick save by Felter. Outlet pass going up top. Just way too strong, though, for Mott. And the Panthers will try to get something rolling into the zone. Dumped all the way down. Icing is called. Again, automatic icing at the prep school level. We're down to 3:55 left to go. First period score. Not sure what the uproar is all about. But it doesn't look like there's any penalties or anything like that going on. Lachlan Getz, Tate Mott, Trey Chronic, your goal scorers in this one. Princeton Day School, one of the keys to the game was to try to keep things close, but then they got to try to find a way to turn up the offense to get back into this game as Maxwell throws to the slot, comes to the near side, but pinching in was Mott. Back behind the cage, Antonacci lost it. So here's Sang, forced to the near side corner, fights off a couple of stick checks. Tries to reverse it to the far side corner. Mott is there. He's hit hard. Good hit on him by Eastman. And it's cleared to center ice. Trying to break through is Auslander. Coming in, though, 1-on-3. Auslander gets through. Thrown to the slot. Shot comes in. Scores! Alex Allen found himself all alone and one-timed at home. 8th goal of the season. 3:26 to go in the first. Panthers on the board. It's 3-1 Lawrenceville. So on just their third shot on goal in the game. And again, keep in mind the Panthers had a good portion of pressure to start this game off. Finally able to tickle the twine and get some life, but coming the other way, here's Nestorenko. Shoves it wide. Pitching in, though, is Manahan around the far side corner. Back towards the point. Getz, keeps it alive. Squirts out, but taken over by the Panthers. And here's Chip Hamlet. Hamlet avoiding the double team. High off the glass to the neutral zone. And it's taken over by Polianis. Over now for Getz. Getz near side, just out of the reach of Manahan. And controlled by Sherman. Sherman up to the near side boards. Under 3 minutes to go, first period. Trying to get through here is David Sherman. Forced wide to the corner. Sherman basically runs into Getz. Cuts him off nicely. Trying to sneak throw as Gorelenkov goes to the corner now for McConaughey. McConaughey trying to return. Gorelenkov back behind the cage. Trying to chop it out in front of the near side. Loose in the slot. Bouncing puck. And it comes out the other way. And here comes Nestorenko. Nikita Nestorenko, 2-on-3. Tries a shot and it's deflected. Goes to the far side corner for Sherman. Sherman, big hit on him by Nestorenko. Near side, Gorelenkov. Cross-ice pass. Knee down by Croddick. Throws it wide of the cage onside. Back to the grab here, Sherman with 2:18 to go first period. 3-1 Lawrenceville. Dumped out to center ice. And here's Trevor White, one of the many New Jersey Titans on both of these teams. Based over in Marsville, just across 195. Princeton Day trying to get something rolling, but Lenahan lost it. Gibson Lenahan throws it back to the point for Antonacci. Trying to throw it to the slot, but it's blocked away and taken over by Parker. Coming out 3-on-2. Parker dumps near side for Rocco. Rocco trying to get a step, takes a shot, and it goes wide. Around the far side here is Wong. Dumped to the corner, but taken away by Auslander. Penalty coming up, and it's against Lawrenceville. Lost out in front, so it's touched up by the Big Red. Well, no in the game is tossed it into the net after the whistle. So he'll draw a conversation or two. And the Princeton Day School will go to the power play. As into the box is Mike Rocco. So first power play of the game for the Panthers. Faceoff will come all the way back into the Lawrenceville zone. So TJ Semtenfelter, has not really been pressured all that much, making 3 saves on 4 opportunities. May start to get some pressure now. Faceoff is down, 1 back to the point. Kicked alive by Hamlet. Hamlet all the way back to the slot. Here's side Antonacci. Antonacci drifts wide. Looking for help and circles back. Very aggressive kill. Wrapping him up is Nestorenko. Thrown towards the cage. It's blocked down and cleared. Nestorenko will step up onto it. Nestorenko short-handed, takes a shot. Another try, and that'll go wide. First one blocked, second one wouldn't go. Penalty clock did not run, so we have no idea how long it's going to take for this penalty to get finished up. Dumped along to the near side by the Panthers. I believe the officials will have an eye on that, at least I would think so. And we'll have an eye on it as well. It's kept alive by the Panthers. Gets through Nestorenko to the near side, but an easy clear to the neutral zone. Hamlet. Right back into the zone, but under a minute to go. And they'll stop play on the offside. So asking right below us, Mike Rocco, like, hey, when do I get out of here? Now another little tidbit, by the way, is normally in the rinks that these guys play in, the benches and the penalty boxes are very tight to each other, as they're on the same side of the ice. Now there's no communication from the bench to the penalty box. And since this isn't the NHL, you don't have any penalty box attendants either. So you got to close your own door. So it takes that extra couple of seconds to get out of the penalty box, so to speak. They're going to keep the penalty time on the ice. I would imagine that Rocco knows exactly what time he's got to leave. Power play does continue here for the Panthers, trailing 3-1. A late goal here in the period would be huge. It's dumped along by Sherman, all the way around the far side. The pinch in by Gorelenkov, but he's cut off by Parker. Good shoulder barge thrown there by Nestorenko. Around the near side, and clear to the neutral zone. Glove down, just out of the reach of Webster. Webster tries to get across, coming in one-on-one, shorthanded. Webster trying to dangle to the outside, but taken away by Sherman. 34 seconds to go in the period. Near side, Gorelenkov. Passes behind McConaughey, gets into the zone onside, followed up, but offside called. And they're saying he just dragged the leg a little bit too short. 27 seconds left to go in the period. And Mike Rocco in the box, the junior from Union, New Jersey. He's on his feet, ready to come out. And he will come out, I believe, before the period ends. Right before. In a few seconds, I'm going to guess. Face-off is down, 1 back cleanly by Auslander. Near side, Antonacci. Those are 2 big-time keys for the Panthers. They'll need to step up if the Panthers want to get back into this one. Auslander to the corner and stops there. 17 seconds to go in the period. Need to get a shot off here. Here's Hamlet drifting over. Auslander, the captain, moves into the circle, takes a shot, save, rebound, another try, scores! Antonacci at the top of the circle one time. Picks up his 13th goal of the season. A power play goal for the Panthers with 8 seconds left to go in the first. And the Lawrenceville lead is down to 3-2. So a nice little comeback here from the Panthers. At one point it was 3-0. But a very late power play goal has gotten the Panthers right back into this one. Panthers control. They just want to play out the rest of this period, not do anything crazy. We're down to 2 seconds left, and that will do it. So at the end of the period, first period that is, 3-2 Lawrenceville. Goals by Lachlan Getz, his 5th. Tate Mott, his 2nd. Trey Chronic, his 5th. While for Princeton Day School, Antonacci is 13. Allen, his 8th. Both teams 1 for 1 on the power play. Shots on goal officially 9-7 in favor of the Lawrenceville Big Red. Don't go anywhere. In just a moment, we'll send it downstairs to Lisa Roman as she is waiting for Princeton Day School head coach Scott Bertoli, who again played in this building, pretty much a Central Jersey hockey legend, playing not only here for 4 years, but a long career at the Trenton Titans, the AA affiliate at the time of the Philadelphia Flyers and the New Jersey Devils. But a fantastic atmosphere. And we're just about to send it down as Lisa is ready to take it away for Scott Bertoli.
Coach, Lawrenceville came out, scored one early, 2 quick ones in the 6th minute. You responded just 2 minutes later, and then to get that last goal with 8 seconds left in this first period, where was that momentum shift for your team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not how we drew it up. We knew we had to get through the first 8-10 minutes of the game, and we really didn't. I think scoring the first goal to at least get some momentum back on our side was helpful. And obviously, our power play's been pretty effective all year, and to score that late, to go in with momentum and down 1 because 15 minutes ago we were down 3 and it wasn't looking good, and they were carrying the play. So I'm happy with the response. I'm not happy with the start. If you had told me an hour ago that we'd be down a goal going into the second period, I wouldn't be happy, but I'm actually thrilled the way we played the first 15 minutes to only be down a goal. So again, I like the way our kids responded.
And Lawrenceville is an older team full of seniors and juniors, which makes them bigger physically. How has your team matched that physicality?
I mean, that's always okay. We played a ton of boarding school teams, and year in and year out, I mean, they're always bigger, they're older, and we appreciate that and respect that, and I think our kids look forward to the challenge. Yeah, I mean, we got pushed around a little bit the first 8 or 10 minutes, but these kids are all tough. They're passionate about playing the game, and they want to put on a good show for the fans, and I'm just happy the way we responded.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Lisa Roman there with head coach Scott Bertoli of the Princeton Day School. We're in intermission time, so we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have second period action ready to go. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Underway, second period action. Here at the Hobey Baker Rink on the campus of Princeton University. Lawrenceville 3, Princeton Day School 2. Tom Wilms here, thanks for joining us. No carryover penalties or power plays. We have switched sides as the Princeton Day School stuck in their own zone after the ice cut. It's kind of the reverse of how the game started. It goes back to the point, taken over here by Manahan. Manahan lifts it back behind the cage. Still sneaking his way through. Nestorenko forced to the near side corner, lost it for a second. And it's clear to the near side, kept alive. Coming to the slot, back in pass, intercepted. Cecilia knocked it away after a neat pass by Getz. Pressure put on by the Big Red. Nestorenko to the corner. Trying to get it to the slot, blocked away, gets it right back in. A good stick lift on him by Auslander. And it's cleared up and to center ice. Early period ice, so it might make it for icing, but it does not. It's racing on back here as Lachlan Getz trying to avoid the forecheck of Sherman. Lifted up the boards, glove down there. Getz tries again, paddled over. Somebody loses a glove. And it's finally taken over by the Panthers, but a double team on Drew McConaughey. Goes back behind the cage now for Getz. Getz around the near side boards. And dumps to the far side. Here come the Big Red into the zone. Paulianis going wide. Paulianis tries the shot, deflected up and out of play. And play is stopped. Face-off lead to the right of Jeremy Siegel, the Mercer Chief at the 16U level out of Richboro, Pennsylvania. Face-off is down and controlled by the Panthers. McConaughey trying to clear to the neutral zone, 3-on-3. Gains a line, tries to move in, lifts it in deep, continues to chase against Matsuo. Spins over, finds room, trying to work his way out in front, forced back behind the cage. As unable to pick up possession was Allen. Around the near side boards, the Big Red can break out to the neutral zone. On the near side, trying to dump it along here. Wong dumps to the far side corner, but the only one there is Gorman. Gorman under pressure, but back behind the cage, almost knifed away by Wong to the near side. Jason Wong spun off the puck over to the near side, trying to control his product. Back to the point, kept alive there by Parker. Dumped far side, but Allen has some time. Backhands bottom of the glass, and it connects to McConaughey. McConaughey gains the line, and he'll dump it in deep and peel off for the change. 2 minutes into the second period, 3-2 lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. Their goals off the sticks of Lachlan Getz, Tate Mott, and Trey Craddock. And it's dumped all the way down, and icing will be called against Lawrenceville. Well, Princeton Day School, their goals scored by Luke Antonacci and Alex Allen. So it was 3-0, relatively early on for Lawrenceville. But then Princeton Day School picked up a couple of goals, a late one, with 8 seconds left in the period on the power play. And they picked up some momentum. I think the worst thing that probably could have happened to Princeton Day School is that period ending. Is again, they started to pick up some pretty good pressure. Tipped out to the neutral zone, race for the puck, trying to skate onto it as Wong, but getting back first, Hamlet. Chip Hamlet from right here in Princeton. Lost back behind the cage. Nice little deep move. Fans like it. It's tipped along by Sherman. He's trying to chase his way into the zone. Matsuo cuts him off, trying to spin his way ahead. Dangerous pass across, intercepted. Auslander tries a shot and it's blocked. Taken over by Sang. Parker Sang dashes his way through, but he's knocked down the play. Then cleared away by Sherman, but the Big Red able to jump in. Back behind the cage, left there by Siegel. And it's controlled here. Good, a little forecheck by Lawrenceville. Near side boards. Little pinch in here by Trevor White. Dumped along. Near side boards controlled here by Hamlet. Hamlet taken over by Auslander. Pass out in front, deflection, and it goes just wide as Auslander just been thrown out in front again. Oh, and it would not go. Practically an open net, but a huge save by Semptemfelter. Dangerously coming out, Siegel cleared to the near side as here's Lenahan. Lenahan, near side though, White dumps it across the open ice. Picked up though by Getz. Getz cuts to the outside. Kept alive by Mackles. Mackles trying to throw out in front, but it's cleared away to the near side by White. Not going to make it for icing. 13:30 to go in the second period. 3-2 Lawrenceville. Here's Lenahan. Gibson Lenahan dumps it in deep. As Lachlan Getz. A lot of room being given as Princeton Day School had to back off on an offside. Outlet pass is deflected away, though, by Webster. Comes to the near side. Webster follows up the play. A little 2-on-2 scrum. Circling back to try to grab Manahan. It's clear to the neutral zone. Nestorenko. Good job on the back check. Taken over by Paulianis. Cross-ice pass goes through the legs of Webster. He chases to the near side and gets it in deep. Okay, good extra effort by Webster. He tries to head to the corner. Knocked away from him to the near side for Gorelenkov. And it's dumped wide of the cage by the Big Red. Pinch in here by Paulianis. Dumped back behind the net. Paulianis there. Nice cutaway and drop off. Thinking about the Michigan move was Nestorenko, but he could not quite get it onto his stick cleanly. Webster thrown out in front, still sitting there, and it's cleared out to center ice. Race for the puck, trying to charge onto it. Allen cut off though by Parker. That would have been a 2-on-0 because right across the way it was Chris Cecilia. Side of the cage, picked up here by Gorelenkoff. He tries to go back behind the net, but knifed off his stick. Now the Panthers pick up the pressure. Antonacci, he'll try a shot, a glove save by Sempenfelter. 12:10 left to go, second period. Shots on goal at the end of the first was 9-7 in favor of Lawrenceville. Now it's 12-9 in favor of PDS. So the ice tilting right back in the favor of the Princeton Day School. Auslander out of Pennington, New Jersey, takes the draw against Mike Rocco, wins it back. Controlled here by Eastman. Eastman heading to the corner, good shove off by him. And Trevor White. They continue to battle to the corners. The puck squirts all the way around to the near side. Princeton Day School unable to keep it alive as here is Matsuo. Now for Rocco. Rocco dances to the outside. Backhand pass is steered away calmly by Hamlet. Maybe a little bit too calmly. Kept it at the line. Shot comes in. It's swallowed up by Siegel. And he stops play. Good slapper by Kaz Matsuo. New Jersey Titan at the 18U level. Junior from Tokyo, Japan. One of the great differences between these two teams, Lawrenceville being a boarding school, they have players from all over the world. Princeton Day School. Fine school in its own right, obviously, but very much a local representation. It's taken over by Wong. Jason Wong to the outside. Wong stops there, dumped back behind the net. Mike Rocco thrown to the slot, bouncing puck. Good step up, shot comes in, blocked out in front. Matsuo tries to sneak it through. Another shot comes in, deflected out in front. It's covered up by Siegel. Princeton Day School should find themselves very lucky as that went off of Chip Hamlet's lead with a lot of pace. But Siegel able to swallow it up. 11:27 left to go in the second period. 3-2 Lawrenceville. Nolan Lee out of Boyd's, Maryland takes the draw against Drew McConaughey from Hopewell, New Jersey. Face-off is down and dumped wide of the cage. Racing over here is Auslander. Good check thrown as Gannon Carroll got decked. Cleared to the near side, but kept alive by the Big Red. To the corner, Hamlet. Near side boards, cleared towards the neutral zone. Sits down to the neutral zone, goes off a leg. Allen looked like he was in an offside position, and offside is called. 11:01 left to go, second period. 3-2 lead for Lawrenceville. Right in the middle of their MAHL schedule. Playoffs coming up in about 3 weeks. And if you think this one's intense with the crowds, wait till you see the playoffs. It'll just ramp up that much more. Auslander takes the draw for Princeton Day School. One back to the near side. Antonacci tries to angle ahead, intercepted by Nestorenko, and he dumps it in deep. He continues the forecheck. Shoulder ball shown, thrown out in front. Unable to control cleanly, though, was Webster. Back to the point. Shot comes in. Save, rebound, loose, and it goes just wide. Sneaky low shot by Polianis would not go. Around the far side boards. Polianis pinches and drifts on back. Tries to throw to the corner. Kicked away and helped along by Cecilia. Dumped right back along, but Nestorenko was in an offside position. 10:30 to go, second period. A 3-2 lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. Skied up top. Glove down by Polianis. Up now for Nestorenko. Nestorenko cuts to the near side. Tosses far side. Polianis back for Nestorenko. Just missed the post. Great opportunity there between Nestorenko and Polianis. Great two-man game. Go the other way. David Sherman has possession. Sherman forced to the outside. Come back behind the cage. Trying to knock it away, Polianis. Polianis able to squeeze away from a good check. He'll go up the middle looking for Nestorenko, but it's gloved down by Hamlet. Nestorenko, a little cherry picking going off of the Big Red. Dumped in deep by the Panthers. 9:52 to go, second period. Goes back behind the net. Intercepted. Shot comes in. Save. Rebound still loose. And it's dumped to the corner. Great opportunity there. A pretty rare giveaway in this game. 9:40 left to go in the second period. So here's Nestorenko once again. Taking a deep breath and calming it down. Tries the outlet pass. Just a little bit behind Webster. Now to the near side. Racing to the corner. It's Manahan. Met there by Gorman. They battle to the near side. A couple of nice moves by Manahan to try to get free. Still has possession near side. Thrown back towards the corner. Trying to dance his way through. Unable to do so is Webster. Now Nestorenko at the point. Takes a shot through traffic and it trickles wide. Birch Gorman around the far side. Pressure by the Big Red. Nestorenko there. Nestorenko throws back to the point. Taken there. Dumped it on the near side. Parker, he'll try a shot at a kneeling block by Birch Gorman. Step up by Sang. He's decked on the play. Good check by on the far side by Trevor Mackles. But the pressure kept up by the Big Red. Thrown out in front, goes all the way through. Pitching in by Brody this time, and finally the Panthers able to clear. Second period, long change. A long shift for the Panthers. They have a little bit of a shorter bench than the Big Red. So that could be a problem. Now given away. Step up here by Gorelenkov. Goes to the corner. Can't pass out in front. Gorelenkov, though, gets it back. Up to the corner now from McConaughey. Back for Gorelenkov. Sneaks through him, and Trevor White will come to the near side corner. 8:20 left to go in the second. 3-2 Lawrenceville. Out to center ice. Trying to get a step, but knocked down was Mott. And it's backhanded along, but then dumped in by White. Mott forechecks. Skated away by Antonacci. Antonacci to the near side. Angled up ahead. And controlled by Allen. Allen dumps it in. Side of the cage, and Semptimphelter has no choice but to cover. 7 minutes, 59 seconds left to go, second period. A 3-2 lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. All goals coming in the first period. I'm not sure what the announcement is, but the Big Red fans aren't appreciating it. Rocco takes the draw and wins it to the side. Trevor White back behind the net, take it away. Princeton Day School. Back behind the net, Auslander. Auslander drifting to the corner. Has options at the point, but instead it's cleared away. On the far side, Croddick moving in. Croddick drops it off. Kick to the stick. Matsuo overskates the puck, and it could be a 2-on-1 the other way. Into the zone. Here's Eastman. Eastman drags, fires, shoulder shave. Rebound loose in front. Eastman couldn't corral it. And it's taken back by Wong. Jason Wong cutting up the middle. Trying to drag his way through. Knocked away from him by Hamlet. Wong gets possession again. Side of the cage. Thrown back to the point. Chopped to the near side. Chasing is Getz. Goes to the corner. Good wrap check on him by Cecilia. Around the near side boards. The pinch in by Croddick doesn't work. And they're down to 7:09 left to go second period. Still 3-2. Now trying to move in and cut to the outside. Doing so successfully, Brody. Goes back to the point. Dumped along by Croddick. Back for Brody. Rocco knocked off his stick by Cecilia. On the near side, it's cleared down, and icing will be called against the Panthers. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left to go, second period. Shots on goal, 15-12 in favor of the Princeton Day School Panthers. That is 8-3 in the period. I think they're not allowing fans to go back behind one of the goals. I think that's what some of the announcement was. Not exactly sure why. Either way, we continue play with 6:30. Pass out in front, tip towards the cage on a dive and a save. Oh, what a great opportunity for Matthew Manahan. But staying strong on the post was Siegel, even though got run into. 6:32 to go, second period. A 3-2 lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. So high scoring first period. Second period has really settled down, but it doesn't mean there haven't been chances. But it's just settled down scoring wise. Nestorenko takes the draw. Playing in the AYHL for the New Jersey Titans. Not this fall, but the following fall, he's heading to Brown University. And he wins it on back, taken over by Parker. And a lot of this Big Red club playing for the New Jersey Titans, or based across the state. Thrown out in front, give it away, poke towards the net and a save. Oh, what a stop as the net comes off its moorings. Toby Webster, Johnny on the spot. The giveaway out in front, tapped it to the net, but a blocker stop by Siegel. .6:15 left to go in the second period. Stays 3-2 Lawrenceville. Couple of players got together in that far side corner, but it all breaks up. Referees letting them play. Only 2 penalties have been called. Face-off is down. Trying to win forward was Nestorenko. Cleared to the line, not out. Finally kicked out to center ice. Trying to race onto it. Here's McConaughey. McConaughey back to the point. Unable to keep it alive, though, is Gorelenkov. Here come the Big Red the other way with 3-on-3. Drop pass to the near side, but it's away from Nestorenko. Chopped away by Antonacci. And controlled by Gorman. Gorman has to go up the boards. Kicked down by Allen. Allen tries to throw it up ahead. Got too much of it. Goes all the way down on Cage, so icing waved off. Under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Game that's turned into a pretty tight one score-wise. Far side, Manahan gets inside the line, takes a shot, and it goes high and wide. Shot comes in from the point, glove down. Taken over by Manahan as the Big Red will keep up the pressure. Back at the point, wrist shot comes in, blocked in front as David Parker couldn't get it through a sea of humanity. Antonacci goes up top, cleared the neutral zone. Big Red were getting a change, but they were fortunate. Getting back onto the ice quickly was Matsuo. Matsuo, near side from Mott. Across the far side, back from Matsuo. Gains the line and cross corners near side. On the forecheck is Chase. Shouldered off hard by Sherman. They continue to battle to the corner. 2-on-2 scrum. Tate Mott tries to spin away. To the near side boards and cleared to the neutral zone. Running back his way through is Gibson Lenahan. Back behind the net, though, on the dump in. Siegel here for Hamlet. Reverses away from Sherman. Sherman has to chase. Pitchforks it up ahead. Knocked down, though, by Sang. Sang trying to back it to the point. Gets there for Maxwell. Takes a shot and a stick save by Siegel. Much higher glass, especially back behind the net, than these two teams are used to. So if you're a goaltender want to direct it out of play, you really got to get underneath it. Trevor White is back for the Big Red. Cutting to the inside, Mott. Already has a goal in this one. Goes to the corner. Mott sweeps it out in front, but it's blocked off the leg of Sherman. Clear to the neutral zone as Getz comes up with it. Gets spun around by Oslander. The battle on the near side, followed up by Lenahan. Lenahan into the zone. Goes wide, but loses it in the corner. Taken back here by Chronic. Pass up. Oh, and getting decked on the play is Manahan. A little bit of a spin move, and now going the other way. Here come the Panthers. Into the zone. Shot comes in. Scores! What a turnaround for the Princeton Day School Panthers. As Ty Eastman throws home his 10th goal of the season. 3:45 to go in the second, and we are tied at 3. Just one of those quick releases from the boards. Whistled over the shoulder of Sempenfelter. So we talked a lot in the first period about how Princeton Day School would respond. How will Lawrenceville respond now? So here's Oslander back behind the net. 3:33 to go, tied at 3 in the second period. Good forecheck and stick lift by Rocco. Around the near side board, Sherman. Pinch in by Getz. And it's pitchforked out to the neutral zone by Oslander. It's going to go all the way down, and icing called against the Panthers. Not only did these two teams play last night, again, they play club Friday, Saturday, Sundays. So these guys are playing 5 games a week. Gives you an idea of the ridiculous conditioning that these kids have. And it's showing here. Imagine how it's going to be in the third period. Legs are going to start to get a little heavy. The team that survives that is probably the team that's going to win this game. It's dumped all the way down by Lawrenceville. And this will go for, nope, they're going to wave off the icing. Oh, now very late icing call. I think what it was is I believe each referee, who actually is serving as linesman, assumed that the other would blow the whistle. I think they're going to confer and just confirm. And an icing is called, and both head coaches want an explanation. Speaking of head coaches, after the period's over, don't go anywhere. Lisa Roman will be downstairs with an interview with first-year head coach for Lawrenceville, Keith Dupe. Face-off is down on Cage. It's covered up. And play is stopped. Felter had to be very sharp there. There's actually one back by his teammate Nestorenko. Stays in to take the second draw. Wins it back a little softer this time. And here's Parker back behind. Loses his edge. Far side now for Manahan. Oh, high hit. Little dangerous hit there on Manahan. He was a little bit low. But it looks like he's okay and stays in it. Nestorenko. Pass across here for Matsuo. Gains the line, moves in. Matsuo digging to the corner. Takes a shot in the stick save. Rebound gets away from Nestorenko. And Allen goes the other way for the Panthers. 2:25 to go, second period. Allen trying to running back his way through. Backhand pass across, knife down. Still loose out in front. And it's eventually cleared to the near side. Both Nestorenko and Webster were there. Hopped over both of their sticks, but eventually eluded everybody. Princeton Day School trying to work their way back to the near side corner. We're heading down to the 2-minute mark of this second period. 3-2 lead for Princeton. Actually, it's tied up at 3, excuse me. And it was such a long lead for the Lawrenceville Big Red. But Princeton Day School has fought back to tie the game up from a 3-0 deficit. Side of the cage, to the far side, and controlled now by Manahan. Coming out 3-on-2. Manahan moving in. Manahan trying to get it across, stops in the corner. Manahan waits to the slot. Shot comes in, scores! David Parker, his first goal of the season. 1:40 left in the second period. And it's 4-3 Lawrenceville. Taylor made 3-on-2, but Parker came in as the trailer. Found himself between the hash marks with a lot of room. And the senior from Morganville, New Jersey, fires it home. So Lawrenceville regains the lead as it comes in on Cage. Felter forced to cover, and play is stopped. 1:33 left to go, second period. So it was 3-0 Lawrenceville. Princeton Day School ties it up here in the second, but Lawrenceville right back with the lead late in the second period. A very well played, clean game between not only crosstown rivals, but the top two teams in the MAHL. This shot is blocked down. Eastman chases to the far side, wraps up his men. Little push on Auslander. 2-on-2 scrum. Trying to sneak out of there was Croddick. Nice little drop pass. Goes to the slot, and it goes wide, and taken out here by Croddick. Coming out 2-on-2. Croddick with Wong. Croddick goes wide, looking for the trailer, instead tries a shot deflected high to the near side corner. 1:10 left to go, second period. Here's Getz. Trying to spin away. Drops it off, though, for Jason Wong. Near side pass behind Croddick. Spins for control and dumps it in deep. 57 seconds to go in the period. Dumped around the far side here for Eastman. Eastman looking for the cross-ice pass, has nothing. Skies it up ahead, unable to knife it down was Lenahan. Princeton Day School still with possession. Justin Sherman across. Goes back and forth with Antonacci. Antonacci tries the near side for Lenahan. Can't nutmeg his way through, and the Big Red break out to the neutral zone. As here comes Rocco. Rocco drags, fires, and a stick save. Rebound skated away by Hamlet. Hamlet can't work his way out to the neutral zone. Under 30 seconds to go in the period. Hamlet gets it right back. Eastman taps it along for McConaughey. McConaughey forced to the outside. McConaughey shoulder to the corner by Rocco. Now to the near side, grabbed here by White. Jump back behind the net with 5 seconds left. And right now, Lawrenceville just wants to eat it and go into the locker rooms up by 1. So after 2 periods of play, it's the Lawrenceville Big Red. They lead it by a score of 4-3 over the Princeton Day School Panthers. We were into the locker room at 3-2. But in this period, Ty Eastman tied the game up at 3. But David Parker, his first goal of the season, gave the Big Red the lead right back. Shots on goal in the second period. for Lawrenceville. They had 9 shots, 2-period total of 18. For Princeton Day School, they had 13 shots on goal in the period for a 2-period total of 20. In just a moment, we're going to send it downstairs to Lisa Roman as she is awaiting the arrival of head coach for Lawrenceville, Keith Dupie. But the coaching staff for Lawrenceville is talking it over, trying to come up with something for the 3rd period.
Yeah, sure.
Well, looks like we're ready to go. So we'll send it down to Lisa Roman.
Thanks, Tom. Coach, Princeton Day School was able to come back and eventually tie you up before you got that 4th goal. Defensively, where does it need to be tighter?
I think we're playing decent defensive zone coverage, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, their last 2 goals are off the rush. They've had some odd number situations. I think that last goal is a 2-on-1, and it looks like he made a nice shot. I couldn't tell. I was a little screened myself, but yeah, I think defensively we're okay. I continue to tell the guys, manage the puck, be smart. If you feel like you're kind of scrambling a little bit, let's put pucks towards the wall and in the corner. So we'll see. We'll talk to them a little bit about it, but we'll see how it goes here.
Offensively, you were able to get away with 1 more goal than the Panthers in this period, going into the 3rd up by 1. Where do you need to capitalize more offensively?
I think we need to use our team speed a little bit. I think we've been moving the puck pretty well through the neutral zone. But I'm, again, imploring these guys, shoot the puck, right? Shoot the puck, go to the net. All the fundamentals they've been taught since they're little mites and squirts. Attack with speed, put the puck on net, and stop on pucks in front. So I think if we do that, we'll have a good shot. But this has been an awesome rivalry. It's been an exciting night. It's a 4-3 game, pretty even game in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to the 3rd period. We'll regroup with these guys and talk about some of those points and move forward. So looking forward to it.
Thanks, Coach.
Awesome. Take care.
Thanks so much, Lisa. Great job with talking to, again, great points there from the coach, Keith Dupie. Again, just soaking in this atmosphere as much as it is a competition, trying to get the win, all that kind of fun stuff. Just both of these coaches, both of these teams probably doing a lot of soul searching, just trying to avoid the emotion of the moment. They want to look back on this game positively, but certainly the atmosphere has got to be a big part of it. And a great job by both of these teams' fan bases. So after 2 periods of play, a 4-3 lead for Lawrenceville over PDS. We'll take a break, come back with 3rd period action in just a few minutes here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from Hobey Baker Rink in Princeton, New Jersey. Underway, third period action. Lawrenceville 4, PDS 3. As there are no carryover penalties or power plays, and we've switched sides. Princeton Day School, they are in the gray, while Lawrenceville, they are in the red. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Lisa Roman downstairs, and she'll have the player of the game after this one is over. That is still all up in the air. This is dumped all the way down. And icing is already waved off. Back and forth game. Princeton Day School trailed 3-0. Came back to tie it. Then late in the period, the Big Red picked up a huge goal by David Parker. What a time to pick up your first goal of the season. To retake the lead for Lawrenceville. They're trying to sneak his way in on the near side. Here's Kobe Auslander. Auslander trying to duck under a check. As one player lost his stick, thrown to the slot. Allen couldn't get the shot up. Allen once again has it, but then lost possession. It's chased away by Polianis. Cleared out to the neutral zone and dumped on down. Picked up here by the goaltender Siegel. And back behind the cage, the Panthers will regroup. Both teams will get partial changes. On the near side, trying to dance his way through. Here's McConaughey. Can't get into the zone cleanly. Then shot high over the cage. Gets through Septemfelter. And on the far side, here's Parker. Parker dumped back behind the net for Matsuo. Kazuma Matsuo to the near side. And possible 3-on-2. It's into the zone. Here's Rocco. Rocco dances his way to the outside. He's hooked. Nothing called. Still has possession to the corner. Trying to dance his way through again. A couple of nice dangle moves. Still digging, but knocked away by Antonacci. Around the near side boards. And the Panthers able to work it out to the neutral zone. Expect this to play out a lot like a first period would, but this is given away. Shot comes in and a stick save. Rebound goes to the corner. There's Gorelenkov. Knocked it away and a nice stop by Septemfelter. With a bit of a hook. Penalty coming up. It's going to be against Princeton Day School. They'll get the extra tacker on. Moving in Rocco towards the slot. And it's knifed away and play is stopped. 15:02 left to go here in the third period. And this is pretty big. Simply because both power plays have been perfect 1-for-1. But Lawrenceville will go on the man advantage. And this is a battle of the top two teams in the MAHL. Only meeting they'll have during the regular season, but certainly circle this on the potential calendar for either the semifinals or the finals of the MAHL. Face off deep in the Princeton Day School zone. Back to the point, controlled here by Nestorenko. Kept off the scoreboard, but has been dangerous. Back to the point, gets a lot of room in front of him. Here's side, Polianis. Over for Nestorenko, tries to wrist shot, he scores! Nikita Nestorenko, far side, rocket. His 19th goal of the season. 14:48 to go in the third, and it's 5-3 Lawrenceville. You just got a taste of what a quick wrist shot from a top 6-round potential draft pick looks like. Oh my. So it's a 2-goal lead. Usually basketball is the game that goes and runs, but this one has been doing so. As here comes Manahan. 2-on-2. Tries to get a shot off, but knifed away at the last second by Cecilia. Back to the far side corner. Trying to sweep it up ahead, Sherman. In the neutral zone. Here's Getz. Backhands ahead. Chopped up ahead by Nestorenko. Trying to race onto it, Manahan. Goes to the corner. Ridden off and thrown down hard. Good check. As Princeton Day School will try to move the other way. Here's Auslander. Cross-ice pass. Connects here with Eastman. Eastman dances his way through. Gets free. Takes a shot. Blocked. Deflection. Scores! Ty Eastman responds for Princeton Day School. Second of the game, 11th of the season. 14:13 to go in the third, and the Panthers have pulled within one. It's 5-4. It was blocked out in front and then pinballed its way home somehow. You throw it towards the net, fun things can happen. As that one just eluded Septemfelter. So back to a 1-goal game. Near side, trying to chop him ahead is Mott. Mott sneaks through one stick check, tries to get through, squeezed down on the play, nothing called. Still gets it in deep, then Mott knocks down a man. Referee letting him play. Princeton Day School cleared at the boards, kept alive, shot comes in, bounces wide. A lacrosse shot from David Parker just hit somewhere weird on the ice. Almost eluded the shoulder of the goaltender Siegel. On the far side, Gorelinkoff from back behind the net. Around the near side, pressure being put on calmly by the Big Red. Princeton Day School very deliberate in their clear-out attempt as Antonacci cleared towards the line that bounces the neutral zone. Taken over by McConaughey. McConaughey to the outside, tries a shot, loose out in front, it's cleared to the corner. Backhanded along by Allen. To the near side, Matsuo tries to clear and can't quite do it. Kept alive by the Panthers. Back to grab though is Parker. Parker hit into the corner by Allen, but still gets it to the neutral zone. Change being made by the Panthers. Backhand pass across, intercepted. Bouncing, spinning puck, getting shoulder chase. And it's dumped along by the Panthers. Under 13 minutes to go in the third period. 5-4 Big Red. Near side, Croddick trickles in towards the cage. Stick down, and Siegel wraps it up and covers. .47 left to go here in the third. Every time a team scores a goal, they get at least two. If that holds, Princeton Day School could tie this game up. It's been a back and forth game in every single way. It doesn't happen at the high school prep level, but a 7-game series between these two teams would be fantastic fun. Except for everybody in attendance to be biting their nails by the end. As the shot comes in deflected, loosed out in front, and it's nice split save by Siegel. The initial shot coming from Paul Yanis, and that bounced around a bunch. Kept alive by Getz. Pass out in front, unable to connect with Paul Yanis. Good cycle work, but eventually worked out to center ice like Hamlet. Tries to lift it up ahead towards the cage, but a reach back by Paul Yanis, and he'll clear to the neutral zone. Dumped along here for Auslander. Times his way into the zone. Auslander keeps it alive. Across down for Antonacci. Antonacci to the near side. Taken over by Eastman. Thrown out in front. Loose in the slot. Then knocked away at the last second by Schiller. Cleared back up ahead and dumped back behind the cage. Actually, I think that was Getz who knocked it away. Either way, the Big Red bent but did not break. Clear to the neutral zone. Polianis. He needs to come off for a change. Long shift for him. Again, keep in mind, both teams played yesterday. So the legs may get a little heavy. Certainly want to keep it at short shifts like we talked about in the pregame. Taken over here by Cecilia. Dumped towards the cage, and Septenfelter blockers it away. Side of the net. Trevor White has it for the Big Red. Clear to the neutral zone. They're heading down to the 11-minute mark. Swept to the near side. Here's Allen. 3-on-3. Tried to get a shot off, but it's blocked to the corner. I think he realized he had a 3-on-3 as he just dangerously threw it towards the net. Here comes Big Red the other way. On the near side, pass across, but Nestorenko unable to connect with Webster. Clear to the line, not out. Kept alive by Trevor White. And now the Panthers trying to break the other way as Gorman tries to the near side from McConaughey. Trying to get it deep as possible. Pressure put on by Allen. Back behind the cage, stops to the corner, but then skidded away by Nestorenko. Nestorenko on the near side, and clear to the neutral zone. Well, we talked about it early in the period, at least we tried to, thinking that it might be a feeling out process, but both teams all of a sudden scored quickly. So maybe now's the feeling out process. We'll see. But the Panthers need to step up, and here comes Eastman. Good stick check on him by Matsuo. To the corner, spun out in front, but Matsuo's there once again. Matsuo. Up for Webster. Webster had Matsuo on the far side, nobody covering him, but couldn't get it through. Webster has it back behind it, thrown to the slot. Not even looking at a shot off. Loose to the side of the cage is Mott. Mott has it to the corner. Tries a sharp angle, fanned on it. Taken over by Nestorenko. Nestorenko goes all the way back up top. Gets his hands free. Nestorenko tries a shot, deflected high. Out of the far side, here's Hamlet. Off the bottom of the boards, connects here with Sherman. Sherman cross-eyes pass behind Eastman, waiting for it, Auslander. Auslander trying to get it deep. Into the zone, here's Eastman. Heading to the corner. He's slowed down by Maxwell, who now clears the center ice. Helped along by Sang. Outlet pass, a little bit too strong for Tate Mott. 9:35 to go third period, 5-4 Lawrenceville. Clear to the neutral zone, but no outlet pass. Tapped across by Chase, connects to Getz. Up the near side boards, and dumped in deep. Continuing the forecheck is Ethan Chase. Back behind the net, trying to dig it out of this, both Antonetti and Babecki. Babecki comes up with it. High off the glass, clear to the neutral zone. Getz couldn't glove it down, but he chases back behind. Getz being harassed, thrown off the glass, clear to the neutral zone. And here's Antonetti, one of the many ISS Kings on this Princeton Day School squad. Comes to the near side, trying to sneak his way through Babecki. Outlet pass. Oh, big check thrown by Mackles. As he runs over Ethan Chase. Tries to get it deep, taken over by Polianis. Now we go the other way for Chase into the zone. Tries a shot, it's sticked away by Siegel. Goes to the corner, stick lift by Sang. Back to the point for White. Across for Parker, tries a shot, deflection, goes over the cage. It landed on top of the net. So play is stopped with 8:32 left to go here in the third period. Princeton Day School leads in shots 24-21, but Lawrenceville leads where it counts 5-4. We come to you from Hobey Baker Rink on the campus of Princeton University. It goes back to the point for White to control. Tries a wrist shot blocked out in front. Taken back by Croddick. Shot from the point by Parker, goes wide. Thrown to the slot again, but unable to get through was Rocco. Clear to the neutral zone by the Panthers. Able to get it all the way down towards the corner. Gorelenkov. Slowed down by the check of Parker. And here's Rocco. Near side White. Wide up ahead. And it's dumped along by Croddick. On cage. And paddled away by Siegel. But the Big Red keep up the possession. Jason Wong. All the way back around for White. White. Looking for an angle. He shouldered hard. Kept alive in the zone. Eventually worked out to the neutral zone. Nice pass across for Gorelenkov. Gorelenkov tries to pass, but Wong intercepts and clears to the neutral zone. Trying to connect there with Rocco. Comes to the near side. Another big check thrown on the forecheck of Gorelenkov. Physical play starting to pick up. Outlet pass is way out of the reach of Webster. That'll go all the way down for an icing call. 7 minutes, 24 seconds to go, third period. 5-4, Big Red over the Panthers. Again, coming to you from Hobey Baker Rink on the campus of Princeton University. Thanks certainly have to go out to the administration of both these schools, setting us up with as much information as they could get us. And the folks, of course, here at Hobey Baker Rink, finding the best possible broadcast position they could in spite of the crowds. And absolutely packed on the near side. You can see how it looks on the far side. And they're being treated to a dandy of a game. Trying to pitchfork it ahead, Webster. Cleared out by Maxwell. 2-on-2 as Manahan crisscrosses his way in. Manahan takes a shot in the stick, save by Siegel. Picked up by Rocco. Trying to throw it across, but it was deflected out to the neutral zone. 7:02 to go, third period. 5-4 Lawrenceville. You can hear the praises being sung. Jeremy Siegel. Pass up ahead. Oh, little stick lift by Webster, and they're calling it onside. He'll chase to the corner. Pushed hard to the corner by Gorman. Back behind the cage. That's taken over by the Panthers. Near side Gorman. Trying to get it in deep. He does, but caught up to by Lachlan Getz. Forced back behind the cage where it's grabbed by Polianis. Dangerous pass up the middle is out of the reach of Webster. Goes wide of the cage, and icing will be called against Lawrenceville. Has a playoff feel to it, has a crosstown rivalry feel to it, but this is certainly not the end of the season. Lawrenceville will play on Saturday at home against Albany Academy. Princeton Day School next Wednesday, an away game against St. Augustine Prep over in Mount Laurel at the Igloo. Face-off is to the left of Septum Felton. Nestorenko against McConaughey. Face-off is down, chopped towards the cage by McConaughey, but goes well wide, and Toby Webster gets there first and clears to the neutral zone. Heading down to the 6-minute mark of the third period. 5-4 Lawrenceville, so it's getting near time where Princeton's going to have to step up and do some chance taking. Unable to lift in deep, Justin Sherman. Still fights his way through Webster to clear the neutral zone, but already back is Hamlet. Hamlet almost lost it, being harassed by Nestorenko, taps it wide of the cage. Nestorenko undercuts it and takes it away. Nestorenko thrown back to the slot, grabbed here by Sang. Sang trying to keep the cycle going. To the near side, back to the point, drive comes in, it goes high. Peter Polianis with a rocket from the point, but could not get it to go. Big Red keeping up the pressure, but as we see that, Justin Sherman tries to clear out. 5:35 to go in the third. Kept alive by Nestorenko to the corner. Looking for the cross-ice pass, deflected, and it squirts out to the neutral zone. Racing over Getz. Able to dump back in is Lawrenceville. And controlled by Oslander around the near side. Dangerous play out in front of the cage, taken away by Sang, loose in the slot, but unable to kick the stick is Chase. And it's cleared to the neutral zone. Last thing you need here, heading down to the 5-minute mark of the third period, is in-zone giveaways. Here's Marcus Sang, sneaks his way through, penalty call. It'll be an interference call against Tate Mott. And the Princeton Day School will go on the power play for the second time. They are 1 for 1. So here is the Panthers' chance to go on the advantage and try to tie this game up for a second time. 4:54 to go in the third. Keith Dupe wants an explanation from the officials, but it was a pick, plain and simple. Great lacrosse basketball play, but not good in hockey. Oslander takes the draw against Rocco. Face-off is down, one back to the point. Antonacci gets it across. Wrist shot comes in, blocked down. Another try, blocked wide of the cage. 2 chances for Hamlet as he gets it back at the point. Hamlet. Oslander backhands it along. Shot comes in, that is high and wide. It was blocked away by Felter. Great opportunity on the far side by Eastman, looking for the hat trick. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go, third period. 1:45 remaining in the power play for the Princeton Day School Panthers. So a pretty good start to the advantage. Oslander in the draw against Croddick. Stuck in the dot, goes to the corner. Chasing over is Eastman. Ridden hard to the boards by Maxwell. They continue to battle. Now it turns to a 2-on-2. Gets through, back to the point for Hamlet. Hamlet coming across. Hamlet over for Oslander. Back for Hamlet. Now tries the near side. Antonacci tries a shot, save, rebound, and he gloves it down. Great stop by TJ Felter. .421 to go in the third. 1:27 remaining in the power play. The chant of defense. Usually reserved for Princeton basketball, but it's happening here at Hobey Baker Rink for some great New Jersey prep school hockey. Face-off is down and controlled by the Panthers. Still on the power play. Dump back behind the cage around the far side. Eastman waits for it. Oslander, he heads to the corner. Dump back behind. Kick to the stick by Allen. Back now for Eastman. To the point, Hamlet. Back for Eastman. Pressure being picked up by the Big Red. Back to the point, though. Hamlet gets some room. Pass out in front. Side of the cage, Oslander goes back behind the net. Spins away from the checking of Getz. Still has it to the corner. Banks it back for Hamlet. Hamlet drifts across, takes a shot through traffic, and it goes wide. Slammed around by Cecilia. Correction, that was Polianis. Dumped to the near side. He cleared to the neutral zone. Coming in short-handed. Here's Manahan. Trying to dance out in front. A save by Siegel. Trying to go short side, but Siegel dragged the leg. 3:33 left to go in the third period. 35 seconds in the power play. 2-on-2 into the zone. Here comes Antonacci. Stops short of the corner. Has Eastman at the point. Eastman drifting. Back for Antonacci. Cuts towards the corner. Gets it back. Antonacci. Hamlet at the point. Tries a snap shot and it goes wide. Oslander on the near side. 18 seconds in the power play. Kicks it on over for Allen. He's pushed to the boards by Matsuo. Big pile up on the near side. Finally worked out by the Panthers. Back to the point one time. Drive and it goes wide. Backhanded along by Antonacci. Power play expires. Shot comes in. Save and holding on is Felter. Chip Hamlet on that last shot. A piece of the blade of his stick came off. That's a broken stick. Illegal to play with it. He was lucky that he was allowed to skate off with it. Supposed to drop it, but certainly had to get out of there, and it turned it into a 4-on-4. In spite of the Panthers still getting an opportunity. So, under 3 minutes to go, back to 5-on-5. So we'll keep an eye on Siegel and see when he gets pulled. Face-off is down. Controlled. Gorelenko. Dumped in deep by Cecilia. Late period ice, so it's getting a little choppy. McConaughey drops to the corner. Still looking like a power play, but then Nestorenko decides to just throw the check. And taken out here by Wong. Outlets for Craddock. Coming in 3-on-3. Craddock drags. Cross-ice pass deflected away. Mike Rocca was there, though, for Lawrenceville. All the way across for Craddock. Craddock trying to get it deep and does here for Wong. Wong fanned on the pass out attempt. And here come the Panthers the other way. Just over 2 minutes to go. Birch Gorman drifts inside the zone, trying to get it deep. Back behind the cage. Knocked away, though, by Getz. Hits a stanchion, chopped out to the neutral zone. Dumped right back in by Gorman. Down to 2 minutes left to go. Lawrenceville looking for the icing call, not coming. Polianis, near side for Craddock. Bounce towards the cage. Smothered by Siegel, and he will hold on to it. Not only do we get to keep an eye on the goaltender to our left, Jeremy Siegel, but we'll also have a potential timeouts be called as well. And be sure to stick around afterwards, as we'll have our player of the game interview with Lisa Roman downstairs. She is anxiously awaiting. But still, just under 2 minutes of action, maybe more, if Princeton Day School can get back into this and force an overtime. Forced in towards the cage, but easily steered away as here's Cecilia. Sherman. Auslander moving in wide. Sharp angle shot, the save. Rebound batted to the corner by Webster. He's met there. Goes back behind the cage. Goaltender still in, down to just about 1:30. Battle on the near side boards. Bounces towards the slot. Diving play. Sockered away by White to the far side, and then Sterenko. He'll drop it off for White and throw it across the near side. Taken over by Parker into the zone. Parker with a shot deflected high. Stuck on the back of the cage. Almost came out in front, but circled away by Auslander. 1:07 to go in regulation. 5-4 Lawrenceville. Princeton Day School, trouble getting out to the neutral zone. Finally worked out by Hamlet. Swept forward, but no possession. 53 seconds left to go. Pass up the middle. Gets away from Webster. Antonacci trying to turn on the speed. Dumped down. Icing waved off. McConaughey there. Goaltender being yanked, but it's taken over by Nestorenko. Trying to fight through a couple of hooks. He's hooked still. No call. Taken over by Getz. Clear towards the line. Now that shot comes in. Stick save. Oh, great stop by Felter. Battle in the near side corner. 20 seconds left to go. This is all good news for the Big Red. But now it squirts out to the far side. Race for the puck with 13 seconds left. Trying to get to the corner, Allen. He's shoulder goes back behind the net for Getz. Getz trying to pin it there. Goes to the corner. Backhanded to center ice for the clear. 3 seconds left to go. And that will do it. A big MAHL win for the Big Red from Lawrenceville. A 5-4 victory as they hold off a second comeback attempt from the Princeton Day School Panthers. Goal scorers for the Big Red: David Parker, Lachlan Getz, Tate Mott, Trey Craddock, and Nikita Nestorenko. For the Princeton Day School Panthers, 2 goals for Ty Eastman. 1 each, Luke Antonacci and Alex Allen. Shots on goal in the third period for Lawrenceville. They had 6 shots, game total of 24. For Princeton Day School, 9 shots, game total of 29. Lawrenceville finished 2 for 2 on the power play, while Princeton Day School finished 1 for 2. So in league play, Princeton Day School drops to 3-2-1, while Lawrenceville, they improved to 5-0. So a little measure of revenge after last year's 3-1 loss. A back and forth game. Princeton Day School found themselves down 3-0. Came back to tie it at 3. The Big Red made it a 5-3 game. Princeton Day School pulled within 1, then pulled the goaltender, but could not quite finish it off. As again, Lawrenceville celebrates here in Princeton a 5-4 win. Circle it on your calendars, friends. The MAHL playoffs are coming in about 3 weeks. You're going to want to be there. These two teams seem to be on a collision course. As both teams finish engaging in one of the greatest traditions in hockey, after battling for 3 periods, they handshake. Looks like we're just about ready to send it downstairs as Lisa Roman has our player of the game, Nikita Nestorenko.
Thanks, Tom. Nikita, a huge win for Lawrenceville today, and you were vital in that, getting that 5th goal in this 3rd period. Where did that momentum come from?
I don't know. We were just all pumped up on the bench. You know, this has been a rivalry for a long time. That goal was huge, you know. Just got the boys. Victory, we got pumped up. That's all that matters. We got the victory.
And a huge rivalry between Princeton Day School and Lawrenceville. How sweet was it to get this win?
It was surreal, you know, especially at Hobey Baker. This rink has so much history. This is the first year we had it here. You know, it's just surreal in front of all the fans. It was a huge victory.
Were there any nerves coming into today's game being in this arena and playing against Princeton Day School?
A little bit. I mean, I knew we were going to win from the start, but a lot of guys were jittery in the locker room, but I knew we had it.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
A very confident Nikita Nestorenko leading his team to victory, tonight's player of the game for the Lawrenceville School Big Red. Well, that'll just about do it for us. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. And again, this game will be available on demand on YouTube at this very same link. And if you can't find it, or if anything else happens, just look up Play by Play Sports Network and you'll be able to find it on YouTube. Next up for Lawrenceville, they'll have a home game on Saturday against Albany Academy. Next up for the Princeton Day School, next Wednesday, an away game down in Mount Laurel, New Jersey against St. Augustine Prep. Once again, our final score. The Lawrenceville Big Red 5, the Princeton Day School Panthers 4. Now for all of us here at Hobey Baker Rink in Princeton, New Jersey, for Lisa Roman and the entire crew, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.